Look at that. Yummy. Hey guys, so tonight I want a sandwich. And you know what sounds good? A chicken cutlet pesto Italian sandwich. So let's get started. All right, we are gonna take some thinly sliced chicken breasts. I'm doing this in this pan so I don't have to do dishes later. I'm gonna take some Parmesan garlic Buffalo Wild Wings sauce, and I'm just gonna pour this right over the top. And I'm gonna let this marinate for about an hour before I start my sandwiches. So now that my chicken is marinated, we're gonna go ahead and bread it, and then we're gonna put it in the air fryer to cook. So first of all, we're gonna take 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs. We're gonna take about a 1/4 cup of Parmesan, grated Parmesan. 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup. I'm gonna use a little Weber's garlic Parmesan. A little Italian seasoning, maybe just about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. We're just gonna add a couple tablespoons of flour. Mix this all together really well. Just gonna take our tongs. Not a big fan of touching chicken, personally. Just make sure you've got it really good, nicely covered. I'm gonna put it right on our air fryer rack. And then just repeat. Spray with some oil over the top to make sure it gets really nice and crispy. We're gonna cook this on air fry 370 for 10 minutes. We're gonna flip it over, spray it with more oil, and then cook it for additional 10 minutes or until it's completely done in the center, which is 165 to 170 for chicken. All right, cool. I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, so while the chicken is cooking, we're going to take some arugula. This is enough for 4 sandwiches. So you're gonna take about 2 generous handfuls of arugula. Okay, and if you don't have arugula, you can use normal lettuce. It's not a big deal. You're gonna pour in about a tablespoon of olive oil. In my case, I'm gonna use garlic Parmesan by Weber. But in your case, if you don't have this, you can use some Italian seasoning and some Parmesan if you wanna use right now. We're just gonna mix this together a little bit. I'm gonna take some balsamic glaze. If you don't have balsamic glaze and you just have just the normal balsamic vinegar, that's totally fine. You could just use that instead. This is a little bit sweeter, but it still will taste good. Okay. And then we're gonna go ahead, cut our tomatoes. This has already been washed before anyone asks me. So I got these Parmesan rolls for my rolls with this sandwich, but if you can't get Parmesan rolls for your sandwiches, then you could absolutely use ciabatta instead, which you can get at Costco or any local grocery store. I'm gonna cut these in half, and then I'm gonna toast them. Hey guys, chicken's done. We're gonna take our toasted buns, and what I'm gonna do is use a little basil pesto to put on the top of my bun, and if you really like basil pesto, use it on the bottom too, which I do. If you don't like pesto, don't put this on. Then I'm gonna take my chicken, nice and breaded. I've cut it in a couple pieces. I'm gonna place it on the sandwich. And then I'm gonna typically I'd use fresh mozzarella here, but my fresh mozzarella was bad. So I'm gonna use provolone instead. All right, I'm gonna take a single tomato, put that right on top. Remember our arugula salad from earlier with the balsamic on there? I'm gonna pile that on. Put this right on top. Look at that. Yummy. Let's try it. The best pesto chicken sandwich I've ever had. This is so good. You gotta try it.